Hi, my name is Joey. I'm an organizer for WPEA, and today we're going to talk about contract ratification. So stay informed because things are happening quickly. It's important to have accurate contact information on file, especially for ratification. So you can update your contact info at wpea.org/update. As well, an overview of contract changes and voting locations will be available on the WPEA website. So ratification is the members' process for approving proposed changes to the contract, which are called tentative agreements or TAs once the bargaining team and the employer's team have come to an agreement. Dues-paying union members then vote on whether to accept the negotiated changes to their contract or not. To cast a vote, you must be a dues-paying member. Now, membership cards are available online at wpea.org/join. Your coworkers volunteer to serve on a bargaining team. The general government contract covers 9 agencies statewide, and the higher education contract covers classified workers at 13 community colleges. Both the general government and higher education bargaining teams are pushing for key language improvements. Like general government is seeking expanded protections such as safety improvements, assignment pay, and increased bereavement leave, while higher education is focused on telework provisions, safety training, and overtime rules. Now, both groups are also asking for targeted classification pay increases and for future wage increases to be tied to the Consumer Price Index, similar to how the minimum wage increases automatically each year. Additionally, they're also seeking significant general wage increases to recover from years of stagnant wages. Despite these requests, the state's offer remains limited, proposing only a 2% increase in the first year and a 1% increase in the second year. These pay increases would result in a pay cut because of the current rate of inflation. The state's proposed increases also fall far short of the double-digit increases that both teams are demanding. Now, these teams have been negotiating with your employer since early spring. So mid-September is fast approaching, and this is important because we are state workers and we're tied to the state budget cycle, which runs every 2 years. The law requires us to have a ratified contract by October 1st, and so bargaining must be completed by mid-September to meet this deadline. This allows time to review the TA'd contract and vote. And so by mid-September, the bargaining team, must choose whether to send the contract to members for a vote or to refuse the proposed changes outright and continue bargaining. If the bargaining team rejects the final offer, the situation will be the same as if they sent it to a vote and the membership voted no. And we'll discuss what happens in that instance in just a minute. Now, if they accept the proposed changes, the team will send a letter on whether they recommend that the membership vote yes, no, or if they're remaining neutral. We will then schedule in-person voting, and the members will have about a week to review the changes and find a voting location and time that works best for them. It's important to remember that voting must happen off the clock, so please make sure that you plan ahead. All tentative agreements, bargaining team recommendations, and ballots will be provided at the voting locations. So, what happens if the membership votes no on the proposed changes, or the bargaining team decides not to accept the last best and final offer from the state? Either way it happens, if we do not have a ratified agreement by October 1st, the result is the same. Both parties, both the union and the employer, are responsible for getting to an agreement, so the teams would continue negotiations and continue trying to reach an agreement. Now, we do have resources such as PERC mediation, and that is the Public Employment Relations Commission here in Washington State, and we can use them to assist us, but the bargaining must continue so that we can get to an agreement that the members will ratify. Not having a ratified contract by the deadline is uncharted territory for public labor in Washington State. If we can get to an agreement after the deadline and OFM certifies that the agreement is financially feasible, then we can ask the legislature and the governor to fund the contract. But nothing in the law requires them to do that after the October 1st deadline, but they can choose to still fund the agreements. Now, if we're unable to get the contract funded prior to July 1st, 2025, then we will be under the terms and conditions of the current contract for a year. For members, this essentially means that you're not going to experience any change to your working conditions or salary in the first year of the contract, which is July 1st, 2025 until June 30th, 2026. But you run the risk of foregoing salary adjustments offered by the state for that first year of the biennium, which currently includes only a 2% general wage increase. But all other pieces of the existing contract will remain intact and enforceable. So make sure that you're a dues paying member so that you can vote. Update your contact information with us if you haven't already, and send any questions that you may have to solidarity@wpa.org, and attend our weekly Unity meetings so that you can stay current on events as they unfold. So I want to thank you for spending some time with me today, and I look forward to seeing you at our future meetings.